This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Not everyone is careful with your personal information, which might explain why there's a victim of identity theft every 5 seconds in the U.S. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity. If your identity is stolen, a U.S.-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year by visiting LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Fellas, you know Degree Cool Rush deodorant, right? Well, last year they changed the formula, and guys were mad about it. One dude even started a petition. So guess what? Degree heard us, admitted they messed up, and brought the original Cool Rush scent back exactly how it was. And it's in Walmart, Target, and other stores now for under $4. So grab some and remember why its cool, crisp, and fresh scent made it the #1 men's antiperspirant for the last decade. Degree Cool Rush is back, and it smells like victory for all of us.
Is Zoe's Daily 30 supplement possibly the most scientific way to support your gut? Well, we think so, and so do Zoe's gut health scientists, Professor Tim Spector and Professor Sarah Berry. And let's be honest, in midlife, we need to be thinking about our gut health.
With Daily 30, they've created a whole food gut supplement featuring over 30 hand-picked plants high in fibre that easily fit in with your day. You can add it straight to your meals and snacks you love, no steps required. Handy when you're already juggling brain fog and a million other things.
Daily 30 isn't a synthetic green powder or probiotic. Nope, it is far better because it has whole ingredients and is packed with fibre, which is good for gut health and digestion.
Eating 30 plants a week is the more up-to-date advice than eating 5 fruit and veg a day. Diversity is king. And when you grind plants to powders, it destroys their food matrix. But Daily 30 is a whole food gut supplement.
And most importantly, it actually tastes great. Unlike most supplements, we both use it on top of our lunches. We put it on our salads, our scrambled eggs, on a bowl of yogurt and berries. The list goes on.
Basically, we're obsessed with it and we use it on everything we can. We even asked Zoe for more when we ran out last month.
Ready to make Daily 30 your new healthy habit? Head over to zoe.com/daily30 to start this week.
We are offering all our 40-ish listeners 10% off. Plus, you'll get a free Zoe tin and magnetic scoop with your order.
Go to zoe.com/daily30 and use promo code 40ish10.
That's zoe.com/daily30 and use promo code 40ish10.
This episode is sponsored by Zoe.
Shall I do your part? She's having a moment. Hello, everyone. Welcome to 40ish. That's Nicole Goodman.
Hello.
Giggling away in the background. And I'm Lauren Mishcon.
I just asked Lauren if I was easygoing.
She's not, is the short answer to that.
No, because you made this blanket claim that you were easygoing, and I said, you're not easygoing. And I said, I'm quite easygoing, and then you burst out laughing.
Yeah, because you know you're not.
Yeah, but
I don't even know why you said it.
But you say it like I'm so difficult and rigid, but I'm not any of those things. I'm not.
You're not difficult or rigid.
No.
But there's a space between easygoing and difficult and rigid.
Which is what?
You. This is Unfiltered, everybody. It's the show where we dish the juicy feedback from the week's episode. It's Tuesday. That means we're diving into your comments, your emails, your DMs, everything that's going on around our 40-ish dilemmas. And if you want more 40-ish in your life, and who doesn't, Nicole? Who doesn't want more 40-ish?
I always want more 40-ish in my life.
Hit follow and don't forget that we have got an exclusive subscription on Apple Podcasts where you get early access and ad-free shows across 40ish and Self-Care Club.
We do. Mm-hmm. So come and join the fun on there because there's always lots going on in our subscription and we would love to have you. So what's going on? Can I say the thing? This is not my meltdown.
Okay.
I will get to my meltdown.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about the very funny thing that has kept me amused for 24 whole hours.
I brought it in so that the people who watch on Spotify could have a visual of it.
We'll put it up on our socials as well.
I'll put it on now.
So here's it's a big week in podcasting.
Yeah, it is.
It's a very big week.
Yeah.
We've had the podcast show in London.
Yeah.
It's the first and only, I think, podcast expo of its kind globally.
Yes.
People from all over the world come and there's 2 days. Islington is taken over with podcasters, and anybody has anything to do with the podcasting space, everyone descends on Islington at the end of May every year.
Yeah.
And it's a really fun couple of days. Anyway, so we went to the podcast show and we were registering for the tickets online, and you have to fill in all of your details. And then you get given a badge when you go to the podcast show on entry, and it has your name. It has your name and your occupation, and it has a QR code so that you can connect with people. Actually, the tech was really good this year.
It was. So you like go up to different
and you
stands.
say the name of your company, and then you say your occupation, and then you have your QR code, and you wear them all day, and everyone's wearing them, so you can literally just glance over and see, you know, someone from BBC Sounds and they'll be head of editorial, or someone from Wondery and they'll be head producer, and you think, oh, I want to talk to them, or there'll be like partnerships at Spotify, and you know, so you know exactly what people are doing in the podcast space, so you know who you want to talk to and who you want to connect with. That's how it works. It's really clever. And there's an amazing app now. So you go on the app, and once you've registered, all your details go straight into the app, and then you can just request meetings with everybody, and you see what company they're from and again what they do for a living.
Yes, you do. Yup.
So it's all over the app, and it's all over your name badge.
Chest. So Nicole arrived first, and she got her lanyard, and I arrived second, and I went to pick mine up, and I put it on. And for those listening in audio,
by the way, I registered the tickets.
She did. So for the whole day, at our professional gathering of all the people in our industry, I wore the following lanyard: Lauren Mishcon, Self-Care Club, Professional, Numpty. So every time we went to a stand, they were like, oh, can we scan your badge? I was like this. Yeah, sure, no problem. Meanwhile, this one, Mrs. Easygoing over here, is standing next to me, cracking up, crying with laughter, because it was like the joke that kept on giving, wasn't it? It made you happy all day long. It made her so happy, I couldn't take it off, because to see her this happy brings me joy. So you know what? I just owned it. Professional Numpty. It was an icebreaker.
When you go on the app and you like put all of the interest, all of the things, that the reasons you're going to the podcast show, and then it matches you up with the people that would be of interest to you, so you can request meetings.
Yeah. No one wanted a meeting with me. I wonder why.
And like you meet with PR people and Matt, you know, all these different people. And Lauren was the professional Numpty.
Brilliant. It's the stuff of dreams.
When we went to Spotify.
Yeah, that wasn't at all embarrassing, was it?
The partnerships woman at Spotify.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a good icebreaker. It was a good
icebreaker.
Especially with, you know, Apple and Spotify and
yeah. Thanks for that.
You are welcome.
I owned
that
it.
was the gift that kept on giving.
Yeah, now who's the easygoing one?
Well, that's got nothing to do with being difficult, has it? Just having a laugh.
Just having fun.
Yeah. It was very funny. Anyway.
What is your meltdown this week?
Well, I can't go from like giggling and laughing and having a great time to a meltdown. So you go first.
Okay. So, you know, I go to Pilates and I go twice a week now. And it's like my thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've now got Pilates grippy socks.
Oh.
Yeah. Amazon's finest.
Yeah.
£6 for a pack of 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's, yeah.
My Pilates teacher, aka your sister, made sure to point them out in the middle of the class.
Did she?
Yeah. She was like, oh, Lauren, nice socks. I was like, thanks. They're from Amazon. They were £6 for 3.
Why do women do that?
I don't know.
If they're cheap, they'll tell you exactly where they're from and how much they cost.
Oh, I like your top. Oh, it was £2. I got it from a bin outside Sainsbury's. Yeah.
But if it's like, you know,
this whole bit of shit.
If I've spent money on it, I'm like, oh, thanks. I just don't say anything.
No. So she said, nice to see that you've invested. You've only been coming for a year. Nice to see you've invested. And it was quite funny. So I do a community class on a Sunday that's not with your sister.
She's taking it this Sunday.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And what's happened is it made me feel very 40-something. Some girl came in a few weeks ago. And then after we all left, she decided to do some filming on the Reformer and then put it up on TikTok and then promote the community class on a Sunday morning. And because
The teacher?
No, just a pupil.
Right.
A pupil, a student, a class attendee.
A client?
Whatever the word is.
Member?
Girl who came to Pilates, filmed it. She's got 20,000 followers. She put it on her TikTok. What has now happened? Cannot get a booking for the Sunday morning class until September.
Oh, yeah.
Because
my sister told me this.
It has now been flooded.
It went viral.
It went viral. And there are now these TikToky girls in their little leggings, size 4, Stanley Cup, headbands, weave, nails, everything, the full kit, infiltrating.
What are you saying about the Stanley Cup?
I'm saying that these young TikToky
mine has
girls,
seen better days.
yours
Look at the
is
state of that.
minging. Look at the state of that.
All Stanley Cups do this, can
Why
I tell
are they
you?
45 quid then?
Right, that is going to be my meltdown.
It fucking should be. Because that should cost $2.99 out of a bin beside Sainsbury's looking
It's
like
so
that.
mean. You know what? No, my meltdown has changed to you now. You and James.
I haven't finished.
James was so mean to me before.
He was. But I haven't finished.
Come on.
Not only can I not get into my own class, but when I go to my own class, I'm now surrounded by these TikToky children in their gear.
Children?
Yeah. Some of them are like 18, 19, and it really annoyed me. And also, what was even more annoying is...
They don't have grippy socks.
They do. They've got all the gear. But what was really annoying is we had to do one thing where you have to lean back on the Reformer, kind of like a sit-up, but you have to lean very far back with one leg right up in the air. And it's quite scary when you're middle-aged and you don't...
Scary?
Yeah, because you're leaning right over backwards.
Oh, I see.
You know, you could fall off, break something, who knows? And there's this girl.
Yeah.
She's never been to a class before. Back she goes. Oh, all the way back to the floor and all the way up again. And the teacher was like, oh, well done. And I was really annoyed at this point. I was like, well, I don't think she's pushed 3 9-pound babies out. I just said it. In the middle of the class. I was really cross by this point.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
Right. You pushed 3 babies out. One 21 years ago, one 19 years ago, and the other one was 12 years ago.
Even more impressive.
Is it?
Yeah, because now I'm really old and I'm still
not
in the
really-
Pilates class.
You're not really old, firstly.
Just saying, my stomach muscles, they are not as strong as this girl's.
You cannot and will not, I will not allow it for you to use your stomach muscles as an excuse of wherever they're at because you've had 3 babies.
Come on.
One of them has left university. Okay?
I
the
still
other
grew
one
him.
is about to be bar mitzvahed. Like, no.
I still grew them.
A long, long time ago.
Yeah.
You're not. It's like someone saying, oh, I'm carrying baby weight when the baby's like 7 years old.
I'm not carrying baby weight, but I definitely have not got the stomach muscle
But
strength.
that has got
that I
nothing
once
to do with
had.
the fact that you've had babies. That's to do with the fact that you've only just fucking started Pilates a year ago.
A whole year ago. Anyway.
Sorry, it's got
it was
nothing
annoying.
it's got nothing to do with the babies.
Whatever. Let me use it as an excuse because it's
No.
very annoying having
No.
children in your class who are really good.
Well,
Yeah, they're the same age as my own
you know
children.
what? You know what? When I go to the gym and I see someone younger and, you know, obviously like more lithe and sort of moving.
Little bottoms.
Yeah. I just think, right, okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. But I'm not saying to them, I'm going to show you. I'm saying it to me. I'm going to show you. You, as in me. You can still do it. You can still do it.
What I did enjoy, though, was we had to do a little bit of something or other with the toe work, basically. Very pointy toes. And the teacher came over and she said, it made me laugh because I thought if Nicole was here, she'd fall off the Reformer with laughter. She said to me, oh, wonderful pointy toes, Lauren. Were you a member of the dance community? And I had to pull a completely straight face and say, no, Natalie, I've never been, nor will I ever be, a member of the dance community. either you or I have been very good at kind of pulling ourselves together and behaving like adults this week. We've been very childish.
Speak for yourself.
We were very.
How can you say I've been childish when I called you a professional numpty?
Yeah, exactly.
How dare you?
We got a little bit giggly on a Zoom call the other day to this young girl.
Sometimes we should.
We're just badly behaved, basically.
We are badly. But I'm not badly behaved without you. Do you know that? I'm only badly behaved with you.
Are you saying I'm a bad influence?
Yeah.
Wow. I love that for me.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you badly behaved without me?
Maybe.
I bet you are.
Subversively.
You're definitely naughtier than me.
I'm secretly naughty. We were on a Zoom call with this very nice young girl who puts on like live shows and events, and we were talking to her about putting on a live show.
Oh, by the way, tickets have gone on sale. October the 16th, we are doing a live show. We are part of the Cheerful Earful Festival, and we are going to be doing a live show in Balham.
That's South London, I believe.
On the 16th of October. We'll put some details out, but check it out if you want to come see us. We'd love you to come.
Please, someone come.
Please come. Please come.
Who isn't my mum.
Or James.
Actually,
James.
My mum won't come to South London. It's much too far for her.
Do you reckon if James comes, can you imagine?
Oh, no, he'll heckle.
What was he saying to me before we jumped on before? He wasn't very nice. What did he say? Oh, about my video editing skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's just entry-level basics, innit?
He was slagging you off.
Yeah. I was like, you offered me a job. He goes, yeah, I offered you a job to train you. I'm like, well, that's why I said no.
It would have been a disaster.
He's like, oh, here.
We all agree that's a shitty impression of me.
I actually think it was spot on, James. Yeah. yeah, actually, yeah.
Anyway, this girl gets on the call and she says, so
Mabel, lovely Mabel.
Bless her,
Poor Mabel.
She's like, so what sort of venue would you like? Are you thinking like a pub or a theatre? And I was like, no, nowhere with sticky floors. She was like, okay. And she's making notes. She's taking it very
actually
seriously.
Writing down everything we've said.
I said, basically, Mabel, like, imagine you were going out to meet a date. Like, imagine you had a Tinder date. Imagine the sort of pub that you would want to have the date in. You know, like kind of a little bit bougie, somewhere nice, no sticky floors, nowhere where there's like dog on a rope vibes.
She goes, do you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Dog on a rope vibes.
And she's like, right, no
dog
dog on a rope.
And Nicole says, basically, if you feel like Bill Sykes would go to the pub with his staffy on a string, not that place. So she's like, okay, no Bill Sykes. And as she's writing it down, we're just cracking
As
up.
I said Bill Sykes, because I'd gotten it, because we hadn't discussed this at all. But
you knew what I meant.
I just knew
what I
exactly.
meant.
And
Yeah.
as I said Bill Sykes, you just lost it.
Yeah. And meanwhile, she's completely straight-faced. And then she's like, anyway,
I've got to go.
She could not get off this call soon enough.
She couldn't. She couldn't. I thought we were never going to hear from Mabel again.
And she clearly thought we were fucking mad.
She goes,
didn't
I
she?
think the live show's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And then we saw her partner at the podcast show, and we were like, "Oh,
Did Mabel say anything?
Yeah, did Mabel talk about our call?" And he said she did mention you wanted North London, and Nicole said, "Did she mention Bill Sykes?" He said, "She did say you were quite funny," and I was like, "Okay." And I was just imagining the conversation between the two of them.
But then she, bless her, she emailed the follow up.
Yeah,
you know, just like recording like the minutes of what we discussed on the call, and then she bullet pointed the things that were discussed, like venue capacity, and then there was one bullet point, no Bill Sykes.
Added to the fact that he's actually a fictional character from Oliver.
Who would be dead anyway?
Yeah, very much.
In fact, he died.
Victorian London, he did die. Then he got shot by the policeman at the end. Oh dear. Anyway, very badly behaved.
Oh,
terrible. Really, we must get onto some listener feedback.
I haven't given my meltdown.
Oh, what is it? I think this is all of it.
It's just one big, long meltdown.
whole thing.
Oh, so I'm not allowed a meltdown. Look, you're picking the phone back up.
I am.
If you've shopped online, chances are you've bought from a business powered by Shopify. You know that purple Shop Pay button you see at checkout? The one that makes buying so incredibly easy? That's Shopify. And there's a reason so many businesses sell with it. Because Shopify makes it incredibly easy to start and run your business. Shopify is the commerce platform behind 10% of all e-commerce in the US. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/promo. Go to shopify.com/promo.
Parents of tweens, if you're familiar with far-off drop-offs...
Dad, stop, right here.
Or get DMs about what's for dinner, you may be experiencing tween milestones. For your son or daughter, these can start at age 9. HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then too.
For most, HPV clears on its own. But for those who don't clear the virus, it can cause certain cancers later in life.
Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next.
Ask their doctor today about HPV vaccination. Brought to you by Merck.
Shopping is hard, right? But I found a better way. Stitch Fix online personal styling makes it easy. I just give my stylist my size, style, and budget preferences. I order boxes when I want and how I want. No subscription required. And he sends just for me pieces, plus outfit recommendations and styling tips. I keep what works and send back the rest. It's so easy. Make style easy. Get started today at stitchfix.com/Spotify. That's stitchfix.com/Spotify.
The rural way of life is about making everyone feel at home. Tractor Supply chose advanced 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business to transform intelligent customer service. Together, we put the power of AI to work across 2,200 stores, keeping things running seamlessly inside, curbside, and countryside. This is elevated customer experience. This is Tractor Supply with T-Mobile for Business. Take your business further at T-Mobile.com/now.
Hi, Lauren and Nicole. I was listening to your recent pod and you were discussing a woman's friend who was taking advantage of her hospitality and taking toilet rolls from her home. Would there be a possibility that this other friend has money worries and she doesn't have the money to buy toilet paper?
I just started laughing in the middle of you saying that. But that is a very lovely way to look at it. I wasn't laughing at that. I was still laughing about Bill Sykes.
We'll always be laughing about Bill Sykes.
And professional numpty.
Yes, thank you for that. Oh, God. Anyway, Lou said, it's just a thought for discussion and how the friend could approach the situation. Great pod, love listening. Yes, Lou, it is possible. Personally, I think she's a piss taker. I don't actually think this friend does have money issues. I think she's just not behaving very well. But yes, it's possible.
But both things could be true. She could be a piss taker and have money issues.
It's true. They're not mutually exclusive.
No, they're not.
Hi, Lauren and Nicole. I just wanted to write a quick message to say how much I love 40-ish. I'm 35, so I think I qualify, right?
Yes. We actually don't care how old anybody is, do we?
You're all welcome.
You are all welcome in the 40-ish club.
I have bipolar disorder and I work full-time, which I'm incredibly proud of, especially knowing how debilitating it can be at times.
Yeah.
Recently, I've been really struggling with my workload and feeling overwhelmed with stress. When I get like this, even getting out of bed in the morning can feel impossible. But lately, I've been starting my day by putting on an episode of 40-ish and letting myself lie there for 10 minutes. Soon enough, I'm laughing, and somehow that's exactly what I need to find the motivation to take that first step into the day. Thank you for creating something that brings me, and no doubt many of us, joy. Love you guys, Kay. Oh, thank you.
That is divine. Thank you so much. And I know it's a bit of a silly pod. We're aware of that. But when you get messages like that, you know, it's so important to laugh. It is the most important medicine that there is.
I agree. I really agree. Even just doing the podcast the last few weeks has perked me right up.
Has it?
Yeah.
Listen, in my darkest times, when I knew the days that I was recording and I was with you, I was okay. I was better for it.
Same.
Yeah.
Last week you were like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to come in? I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
What do I want to do? Stay at home and be sad on my own, or like come in here and muck around with you? I'd much rather be here with you being called a numpty than be at home alone crying.
Listen, it was a professional numpty.
Oh, yeah, that's important. It's important to
not,
distinguish.
Well, it is.
Very important.
Because you can't just be a numpty.
You can.
Professional numpty. And the people at Spotify and Apple I showed him, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You showed the head of Apple Podcasts, the head of Apple Editorial. That. Thank you for that.
You well, he did find it very funny.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Andrea has sent us a voice note.
Oh yes.
Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
Here it is.
Hello, Lauren and Nicole. I just listened to your last episode and listening to complaining about having to clean up the dishes all the time. Like, all the time. The dishes, all the time. No one cleans up after themselves. Relatable and also hilarious. A friend of mine told me what she did, though. She gave each member of her family one place setting. Everyone had a different color, but everyone got one place setting. So they had to wash their own dish if they wanted to use it again. I don't know if that's feasible for most people, but I thought I would bring that up because I thought it was genius. Bye.
Yeah, but I think all that would happen is you would just continually wash that one plate up, wouldn't you?
Also, I don't like the aesthetic of that because it's like, what? Josh has blue, Zach has green, I have orange. I like obviously, I like a matching set.
But you can have a matching set with different colours.
I mean, I get it. But also just why not be a lazy fuck? That's the other option. But you're so easygoing that you don't care about this sort of stuff, right?
No,
do you know what I mean?
I don't.
You're so easygoing.
You could ask all of the people that live in my house how much I don't care about it.
They know how
because I just don't care about it.
No, they know.
And I just let it go.
Yeah.
I love living in a mess, and I love it when the washing up isn't done. I love it. It brings me such a sense of peace.
I love to come home when the dishwasher has been run and it's clean.
Yeah.
But also, why bother emptying it when you can just stack up your dirty things on the side so that when mum comes home, she can empty it.
I am in full agreement with that. Yeah.
Because I'm easy going about that shit. And so are you. Hi, both. Hi both. I thought I would share my latest menopausal moment with you, seeing as it happened as I was listening to your latest podcast.
Great.
Perfect. I was out doing some tasks on my local high street while listening to your podcast, including the very middle-aged task of picking up a Pilates/gym ball from Argos. I got the ball home, blew it up, and I couldn't find the stopper anywhere.
How annoying.
So annoying.
Because that takes quite a lot of effort to blow that bloody thing up.
I would have done it with a football pump, but anyway.
No, it comes with like a hand pump.
Oh, a hand pump.
I wouldn't be able to do that with my tennis elbow.
You wouldn't. Another problem. Disgruntled, I walked back to Argos with a half-deflated ball under my arms, ready to get all grumpy in the shop.
Yeah.
When I got there, I explained what had happened. The shop assistant looked in the box and immediately found the stoppers, which I had somehow overlooked.
Oh, did she look in the box? She probably didn't look in the box.
Feeling a little bit embarrassed, I blurted out, "I've just been listening to a podcast on the menopause."
Relevance?
The shop assistant, who was in her 20s, gave me a bemused smile as I scuttled out with a half-inflated ball under my arm. I am hoping that in years to come, she will understand. Oh, she will.
Well, she'll experience it firsthand, won't she?
On another note, is Nicole's elbow injury related to too much paddle? And if so, does it mean she can't play as much now? Judy. Yes, Judy. It is a paddle-related injury.
Yes, it is. Thank you for inquiring, because Laura doesn't give a shit.
Thank you for your concern and your care.
It's nice that someone cares, because James doesn't and Lauren doesn't. James is just relieved that I've stopped asking him to play paddle.
So true.
Yeah, he is.
He is.
And then he said to me just before, I was going to ask you if you wanted to have a game tomorrow. And my eyes lit up. And then I realised he was joking because he knows I can't play at the moment.
That's right. He was teasing you. But you know what? Because you're so easygoing. You enjoyed that joke.
I did enjoy that joke. And then we got into a bit of a debate, didn't we, that I really enjoyed. What was it about?
About
my editing.
About your editing, and also how when he says things, he's not always right, but you don't always tell him anymore. You just silently disagree with him. And then you asked him, does he ever silently disagree with you? But apparently he doesn't.
Oh, and then you said, the only reason that you two that it doesn't escalate to the point that you don't speak to each other again is because I'm the human buffer between the two of you.
I'm the cushion.
And the pair of us completely disagreed. And we were like, no, we'd be fine on our own, because what do? You just put your hands over your eyes and hope that it stops.
Hope that mummy and daddy stop arguing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find you two very triggering with your arguments. It's good I'm here.
We haven't had an argument in a long time.
No, you haven't. You haven't. It's true. But I'm still scarred.
I mean, he wound me up this morning with the editing comment, I'll be honest. But I let it go because I'm so easygoing. I was having a discussion with my friend.
Yes.
Who is a big listener of this show. I'm not going to name her.
Okay.
Let's call her Jasmine.
Lovely. Where'd you get that from?
That's a nice name.
I thought you were going to call her Nancy.
To go with
the Bill Sykes theme, yeah.
Love it. Wish I'd thought of that. Anyway, her name is Jasmine.
Okay, great.
And she was messaging me saying that she'd been listening to 40ish like the last few episodes. She'd just driven down from Leeds.
Yeah.
So she'll know who she is. I mean, obviously she knows who she is. you know what I mean. Go with it.
All right.
Anyway, she sent me this funny thing that happened to her the other day.
Is this her meltdown?
Yeah.
Is she the listener meltdown for today? Jasmine Nancy,
this is the meltdown.
Yeah.
She said, I'll tell you another 40ish, because we were having a chat, or 50ish thing in my case, because she just turned 50. Misusing emojis.
Oh, right.
I was using this emoji.
Salute.
As a gun to head despairing emoji on one of my WhatsApp groups.
Okay.
They were like, why are you saluting? And she was like, no.
I'm shooting myself in the head because they're driving me mad.
Yeah.
But instead she was saluting. So she was just basically unable to use the emojis in the correct manner. And now she feels elderly.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand that.
I understand that.
Yeah, I get it.
Especially if you're working with a lot of younger people, which she probably is.
I try sometimes with Ollie to send emojis and stuff, but he it's basically like he's just discovered the internet. And he likes to send, are they GIFs? GIFs. Like
but he's just discovered the internet.
Yeah, but
what are they called?
No,
called
because what is a gift? What is a gift?
What is a gift?
That's not my question.
Oh, the fucking
That's
gift
not my question.
That keeps on giving.
What's the difference between a GIF and a meme?
That keeps on giving.
GIF.
You are.
What is the difference?
I said that. So I said.
What's the difference between a GIF and a meme? I'm being serious.
A GIF is just like a 2-second clip that just keeps repeating itself.
That's what he sends.
A meme is, well, how do you describe a meme? A meme could be like a soundbite, or it could be like a short video, or it could be somewhat like some written copy.
Right. No, he sends GIFs. But
I'm going to ask ChatGPT how to describe a meme.
But they're not like, I don't find his GIFs appropriate to the conversation. I find them quite surreal.
A meme is a piece of content, usually humorous, that spreads rapidly online, often through social media. It can be an image, video, text, or a combination of these, and it typically relies on cultural references or inside jokes to make its point.
He doesn't send those, ever. But sometimes he'll send a video that he's found online. He'll put it on the family group.
As a GIF?
No, as a meme or a whole video. And then later that evening, he'll say at dinner, did you see my video today? And then the children say, Dad, the thing is, like, when you put stuff on the family group, we don't open it or ever watch it because it's from like 8 years ago and we've probably already seen
had its moment.
Or it's awful. And then he looked very crestfallen. He looked very sad because he's sort of only recently discovered this and it makes him quite happy. And the kids are just not engaging. They're not engaging. I'd like him to up his GIF game. I'm going to tell him tonight.
You
go, girl.
You get on that.
I will.
I think that is a good use of your time. I really do.
Do you know his favourite one is the one where the kids put their dad, it might even be their grandpa, I think it's their dad in the car and they drive to Starbucks and they make him order a pinkety jinkety. Have you seen?
No, I haven't.
They tell him all these made up drinks. To tell the
drive-through.
So they're like, can I have what do you want, kids? I want a pinkety dinkety. Anyway, he said this now about 15 times. And now the kids start sending it back to him. Dad, have you seen the video with the pinkety dinkety? And he still finds it funny. It is actually quite
I could do that to you.
Good, I wouldn't remember.
No, as in when we go to a drive-through Starbucks, not that we ever would. I might do that.
You could totally do it to me.
You wouldn't have a clue.
I wouldn't have the faintest idea.
No, you wouldn't.
No. It's a very funny video.
And then
Maybe
you
we'll
could tell
put it
them
up.
that you're the professional numpty.
Yeah, I would be. I don't know who's winning today. You're not winning.
I didn't have one.
Yours was like, you said I wasn't easygoing. That does not count.
That wasn't really what I had written down. You said there wasn't any time for my meltdown. You said, no, come on, we've got to go to feedback now. We're done with that.
Mine was, I don't like these children in my Pilates class doing better Pilates than me. I don't like that shit. I'm not down with it. I don't want my Pilates class to go viral.
And we've got Nancy Jasmine.
With
using the wrong emojis.
It could be worse. She could have sent like a peach or an aubergine.
Or the water.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been terrible.
That's a really rude one.
That would have been terrible.
Yeah. Some people don't even know what that one means.
Do you?
I do.
Does Ollie?
Not as well as I do.
Do you remember early on in this show we sent Adam and Ollie
aubergine emojis?
Yeah.
They never replied.
Never ghosted us.
Yeah.
Ghosted us.
That's nice, isn't it? Really sweet of them.
Yeah. And I said to Adam, do you know what an aubergine emoji is? Like, yeah.
Yeah. If they were 25, they wouldn't have done that. They would have sent us peach water, aubergine.
But that would have been gross.
Melons.
That would have been gross.
Would it?
Well, the peach is
at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yes. Melons.
Yeah.
Boobies.
Yeah.
Yeah. They would have sent ones back.
I don't want a peach and water. Ever. Okay? Ever. Just don't. Just so you know. Not that the nation needed to know that.
Thanks for the information.
Neither do you, by the way. I don't even need to ask you, and I know that it's a no.
Oh.
That turned very quickly weird.
It really did.
Should we go?
Yeah, let's go. We're going to get in terrible trouble today. I can feel it brewing. Oh, bye, everybody. See you on Thursday.
Bye.